Good afternoon and welcome to another session with myself, Darren from Elite EDM Stars. Hope you're all doing fine. It's lovely and warm, hot summer's day finally in the UK. I'm a little bit sore today, playing golf most of yesterday afternoon for 4 hours into the evening. So I'm a little bit tense and sore in the shoulders today, but I'm looking forward to getting this done. I've got a list of things we're going to go through today. Again, I'm just going to work on a track. It's no planned session as such. I'm just literally going to work live on this track. I've made a list of notes to work through, and we can just literally get into it step by step and start hopefully making and progressing this track a little bit further forward. I haven't touched the track at all since last week. So let's switch over and go straight into it. I'll remind you of the track quickly from last week, and then we'll go over some of the changes that I want to make and a couple of techniques. Before I do, I'm going to mention that the sound pack is now available for free download. You can get it in last week's session. There's a link in the download section from last week's session. I'll also share it with you again now, and I'll make it available in this. Also, I have been adding some timestamps to the videos from last week as well, and some of the previous videos I've done. I've been adding timestamps in there for you to navigate your way through the videos a little quicker. So without further ado, let me switch over and move this out of the way. There's the track notes that I'm going to go through, so we'll come back to those. I'm just going to remind you of the track, but first of all, here's the sound pack. So you can just download this. All we require is just an email and your first name or artist name, and to tick which customized email you want to be sent, whether emails about just general emails, customized online advertising, new course updates, live weekly YouTube sessions. There's a sample of the 58 samples there. So there's 58 samples in the pack. Once you sign up, you should get a welcome email and a link to the download. So that's the address, free, Elite EDM Stars. So make sure that the hyphens are in between, eliteedmstars.com, free sound pack. But as I say, the link will be available in the video afterwards. So one of the techniques I'm going to use today is one of the videos that recently uploaded, which is Geromes' shakers video, where he takes a shaker and adjusts the shaker in the using the track delay milliseconds here. Sometimes you can take the shaker and cut the shaker off here, but he's just literally adjusted the shaker time using the milliseconds delay, and then he's added a vocoder to control sometimes the formant or the release. But what he's done is controlling the release time from this LFO here. So he changed the parameters and rate of the LFO, and then added an auto pan, changing the rate here into a time based rather than a controlled by a frequency setting. And he's just literally controlled all of this just to add movement into the shakers. So hopefully going to add something like that today. Let's come back and I'll show you what the plan is for this session. I'll just play the track through, remind you. Okay, so that's just a quick reminder, just skipping through there just to save some time. So what we're going to do today is go through these and try and add in some white noise hi-hats where I adjust the release time over time, and maybe add some more drums, percussion, rides, hats, etc., some normal hi-hats just to complement what I've already got, the drum loops I've already got. Because I'm only using audio loops for quickness at the moment. I will later go in and build new drums and add in other elements in there. Add in some shakers and use the vocoder trick and the LFO trick I've just showed you, and maybe try and add some drum fills, create more vocal loop effects, try and create an intro synth, maybe a Rhodes layer, add a string maybe, and a piano pattern to complement the bass piano drop. So these are all the things and changes I want to make for the track after listening back to it for the first time. Now, we're not guaranteed to do all of this in today's session, so if I don't, I will carry it over into another session, maybe early next week rather than next Friday. So I'll just try and carry the session on maybe one of the afternoons, maybe Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday next week, just to try and speed this up. And yeah, so let's get into it, guys. And just wanted to quickly mention that the reason is I haven't done another planned session is purely because I'm very, very close now, and you can see here that I'm building this course, and for each course there are actually quizzes. I'm not going to show you this too quickly, but I don't want you to see this yet, but there's quizzes and stuff here, and each section comes through to a quiz, final quiz in the modules. So when you come through to each individual module, you're coming through the course, you will have to complete a quiz before you actually move on to the next section. So it's testing basically the knowledge. There's questions for every unit going through, which are test questions, and then those questions will be in the end as well. So it's just there to help embed the knowledge. So it's just a little bit about the course. I'm keeping it slightly under wraps at the moment, but yeah. There'll be more information once that's finished. Hopefully, I'm hoping within the next week now and the next 2 weeks maximum before I can start sort of actually putting that live. It's just a little bit of extra work of creating all of the content for the questions and stuff. It's having to watch the videos, go through and ask questions and stuff of things that help embed your learning. So coming back to these notes, let's get into the track and just work away at it. I'm going to try and work through some of these. So first of all, maybe some white noise hi-hats that open up in different transitions with a bit of a release time. Some more drums, percussion, rides, hats, etc. Let's see what I can get in there and try and get the shakers and maybe some drum fills and maybe some more vocal effects. Those are my aims for today's session. So let's get into it. Right, let's just get organised. So I'll see where I'm at, and I want to be working in the drums section, so I need to make sure get all my drums in one section. At the moment there's no organisation in the track. That's vocals, so I'm going to bring vocals down here just out of the way a second. Any vocal effects, let's go with it. That's the what's that? Sorry, that's the piano. That's the piano reverses, so that needs to stay there. I haven't done any yet. Vocal reverses are already on there. So drum loop there and drum loop there. So we're not using that kick anymore. I'm using that for sidechain. Not using that for sidechain. We're using that for impact with the effects down here. So I'm going to move that kick drum with the bomb effect there, so that ties in with that. So every time we use this, we need to copy these across now to a few more times, and again, and a couple more times here because I haven't copied them across. So that's why I'm just tying that kick drum in there, and I want that kick drum to now play with every time that bomb effect plays, just to reinforce the same kick drum that's in the track that blends in with the kick effect as well. Okay, so I'm going to wrap those effects up there for the moment. If I do put reverb on these later, I maybe have to remove that kick drum because I don't want that to be affected. But at this stage, I'm not actually adding any reverb to the channel at all. It's just dry effects. And if I was to do that, I would move it to the top of the track, just so I know it's there as like a trigger, a kind of a trigger, or a kick trigger. So my kick drum, I want to keep separately. I want to now bring in my. I'm going to group these together as synths. Just put them down here for now. I'm not going to name them specifically right now. Rhythm. This is what I'm after. So I want to group my tracks quickly and rename those drums, so I know I can get there quickly. And then I'm going to start building in some new drum loops. So I'm going to go quiet on the mic for a while, and then I'm just going to get into building some drums. First of all, we're going to build a white hat one. So I'm going to need a MIDI file for that, and just a quick white noise that I can control very quickly. So we'll use to save some CPU and power, we'll use, where are you? Is it analog? I think it's analog, isn't it? We should have a white noise. If not analog, it's operator. I'll swap that quickly for operator. That's it. We should have a white noise. So if we come into our waveforms here, we have a white noise. Excuse my very fast, quick playing off beat there. I was just trying to get some patterning very quickly to save some time. I'm just going to get these rides on the... Start with an 8th. See what, whether an 8th or a 16th pattern will work. Not too sure yet. Let's just go with a full 8 pattern. Actually, what am I doing? I'm going mad. I just want to actually loop that section there. Where's my ride? There it is. I've kind of messed this up because of the way I've done things, but I just want to consolidate this here. There we go. Not quite. I'm making a bit of a hash of this, guys. It's just that it's because I record it on the fly rather than recording a MIDI clip. So I'm just going to consolidate that into, there we go. Make sure this is on the time. So it's more obvious if I was to use a shaker pattern with a little bit more, obviously, movement. So, for example, all right, let's just take this shaker pattern we've got here, which is a bit more movement, just for quickness. I'm just going to put this on here. I'm just looking for a simple shaker, but I want to just show you this as well. So let's put this into here. Let's loop this. So that's a neat little trick you can put on your shakers to control release times over time. Obviously, you know, play around with the rates, play around with all the different settings and stuff to get something that fits into the groove and the tempo of the track that you're trying to do. But that's one way of bringing a sample and a shaker to life and making a bit more movement in the mix. And the thing is, the key is as well, is not to have the whole thing always doing the same thing. Automate the parameters, maybe take the depth down, so that you or change the rate, and so it's doing something different. And then when there's a transition coming up with lots of stuff going on, maybe introduce the effects in a lot more emphasis there, and that will sort of just add little bits of ear candy to the track. So because if it's constantly going on all the time, it becomes kind of annoying and repetitive and stuff. So it is just little tricks here and there. So I'm just going to go back anyway into the track. We're going to what else? Let's move on to now maybe some drum fills. I've done these drum fills, more vocal effects. I'm going to do some more vocal effects. I want to take a few of these. I'm looking to create some oohs and ahs as well, and maybe some little down sampled vocals or some pitch down vocals. I also want to create some more loops from it, but for this particular case, let's listen to the vocal. I want to listen to some oohs and ahs. I'm just going to take a copy of the vocal down. I'm going to move the original back to here, just so I can make some chops and changes very quickly. So I shall go quiet again for a while, guys. I'm just going to get back into the mix.
I don't don't like that you I don't like I don't like that you don't like that you putting me down, like that you putting me down, putting me down, putting me down. It's true. I like I like I like 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 like
Okay there. So you can see what I've done. I've just taken a few little vowels, little snippets of the front, and it may change. It's doing again this for quickness. I may sort of go in and edit some of these later on, and maybe take some more of the vocal and chop it up and make even more of them. But I'm just doing this for quickness for this session. I've consolidated the part, and then I've obviously just pitched it down with a Complex Pro, and then changed the formants just to try and get the tuning I want, and then just to make a little bit more interestingness of the tuning, what I've done is added a sort of vibrato, kaleidoscope vibrato, so it's changing the rate, and I'm getting a little bit of low pitch and high pitch back into the vocal. I've just introduced a little bit so it's not overtaking it. I want the original pitch of the vocal as well. Right, yes, that was my fault there, guys. I was just trying to set up a something on the fly, and I hadn't set up the right channel, so I've just got to do that again. What I'm trying to do is just create some unique, different effects from the vocal effect I've already created, and creating some more effects on top, just so the little bits of ear candy I can use later on in the mix. So what I need to do again is just try and get this, and I'm just trying to get the grid timings as I want. So actually, what I'm going to do this is I'm just going to deactivate all of these clips for a second. So I just go, I've got one, I can keep on looping back, and then once I've got a loop that I'm looking for, I'm just going to loop it round and capture the audio. Okay, so let's get back into it. Okay, so we're going to move into the next section. I'm going to try and create some kind of intro synth, and what I'm going to do this is just literally take some of the bass notes to try and create some kind of arpeggiated synth for the intro. It may work, it may not. It all depends on the type of sound I find for it. I don't know what I'm looking for yet. I haven't really got anything in mind, particularly at the moment. It may work, as I say, it may not. I may end up going to a chord in a Rhodes type sound, some Rhodes chords or something. I just don't know yet. Let's see if we can get something. But what I like to do is sometimes take sort of the transitions from the end of the one bar to the other bar, and it gives a little bit of a flavour that teases the sort of notation coming in, if that makes sense. So let's see what we can come up with. I did say it was debatable, guys. You know, it's one of them things that you need to work on. It does take time and patience to get the right sound, the right arpeggiated or pluck type of sound or that you're looking for. So in this instance, I'm not going to spend too much time on this now because we are coming close to the session. I believe what time I'll start? Was it half past an hour ago? So I've got about 7 minutes left of the session. But I just wanted to sort of get those introduction bits in there. And then maybe another session early next week so we could just carry on and continue and get more into there. I may make a few changes this time just to sort of speed up the session, just to get another hour's work into there. I'll see how it goes. If I do that, I will try and keep it to a minimum and explain everything that I've done in the track. So yeah, if you've liked these last 2 sessions, please leave us a comment. Please share the content with your friends. And if you do like the channel, and please consider subscribing. And also, if you do like the content, give us a thumbs up. That'd be great. It just helps the algorithm a little bit for us. So I know it's still early days. It's taken me time to get used to delivering live content. Sometimes the microphones have not worked. Sometimes I've had issues, technical issues I've not realised until after I've done the live video and when I've watched it back. I am trying to be conscious of all of this now and improve on all of this stuff. It's difficult to try and know what to bring content to bring if nobody's leaving me a comment. So if you can leave me a comment, it would be really grateful, just to give me an idea of if you are enjoying the content, really. Because I'm obviously in the next couple of weeks I'm considering changing some of the way the content I'm going to deliver. And what's going to happen, I'm maybe do a few marketing sessions or music promotion sessions where we focus on how do you promote your music, what modern day tools are available. I'm involved in a lot of now new modern techniques, modern technologies that are pushing the industry forward. I've been developing and discovering these over the last few months. I'm heavily involved in sort of cryptocurrency and the blockchain, so we're going to look into sort of maybe what's out there that can help musicians really bring their music to the forefront. And there are some great systems coming out that is going to be a credit to not only the musician but also the person that actually buys your music as well. So I feel that's an important topic and subject that we should cover, and maybe do something a little bit different from music production for a couple of weeks and do that. That is going to take some time to plan and prep it all. I'm getting all of the content and links ready, so be patient on that one. With everything else I've got going on, I'm trying to do everything, because I pretty much do everything on the academy here. I update the website, I build the website, I do all of the SEO, I do the marketing and the promotions at the moment. I am looking to expand that out further pretty soon, but I'm pretty much self-sufficient in what I'm doing here. I record all of the videos, the content production, apart from the other guys who do the odd few tech tip videos for the academy at the moment. Those producers are very busy, and obviously they don't get much time to do much at the moment while we're in the early stages. So I'm literally manning all of the ships and trying to push the whole thing forward. So if you could give us a like, guys, that would be fantastic. And please, enjoy the content. Have a great weekend, and I will see you pretty soon. All the best.